Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be talking about the third movie in the Spider-Man Home trilogy, Spider-Man No Way Home. Before we start, please consider subscribing if you're interested in seeing more movie related content. I'm planning on making some movie rankings as well as rankings of actors and directors. With that over with, let's get started. This has to be one of the films I've been most excited about watching on opening weekend. The hype for this film was incredible, and rightly so. As far as superhero movies go, it was very good. The film begins by picking up right where the previous movie, Spider-Man Far From Home, left off, with the world knowing that Spider-Man's real identity is Peter Parker and believing that he is responsible for a terrorist attack in London. As the viewers, we know that Peter is innocent and that Jake Gyllenhaal's character Mysterio is the true villain. This movie has gone down as one of the most iconic films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and here is why. The number of references to other Marvel movies and TV shows is very high, ultimately tying in several previous movies together or building anticipation for this in the future. For example, in the opening scene, there is immediately a billboard advertising the show Rogers, a stage show about Steve Rogers, which is also featured in Hawkeye on Disney+. This film also brings back several villains from past Spider-Man movies, creating a direct link between these films. They also got the original actors to play these characters too, bringing back actors like Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina and Jamie Foxx. In some cases, they used de-aging technology on the actors in post-production so that the timelines of the movies lined up, and this is quite necessary since some of the films involved were made almost 20 years ago. While every cameo in this movie was exciting and dramatic, for me the best one was the integration of Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock, or Daredevil. Prior to this film's release, nobody knew that Cox's Daredevil was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and since Daredevil is one of my favourite Marvel TV shows, and TV shows in general to be honest, I'm extremely excited for his new introduction into the MCU. I was very disappointed when Netflix cancelled the fourth season of Daredevil. However, Disney recently bought the rights to the show and plan to release a fourth season in spring 2024, titled Daredevil Born Again. As an homage to the other movies referenced, there are a couple of reused lines which have been integrated to create a sense of nostalgia amongst fans. Some examples include "Go get 'em, Tiger," "I'm something of a scientist myself," "The power of the sun in the palm of my hand," and the classic "With great power comes great responsibility." These four quotes come from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy created in 2002, in which Tobey Maguire stars as Peter Parker. Another exciting Easter egg of this film is how, once Electro finds out the identity of Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker, he says he always imagined Spider-Man as a black man and that there has to be a black Spider-Man somewhere in the multiverse. This is a blatant hint that we could someday see Miles Morales in the MCU, and in the after credits scene of Spider-Man Homecoming, there is another hint that Miles Morales already exists in the MCU and that we just haven't seen him yet. As a film, Spider-Man No Way Home is fairly good, with good visual effects, which should be expected given that this movie cost $200 million to make. The writing is mostly good and the jokes are funny and land well, unlike two of the newer MCU movies, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and Thor Love and Thunder, wherein the writing wasn't good and the jokes don't land well. There aren't any pacing issues in this movie. I suppose there is so much source material for the production team to use that they don't need to find filler content or stretch the runtime to achieve a longer length. Despite personally thoroughly enjoying this movie, I will say that the references and tie-ins to other Marvel movies is a huge factor to its success, and the movie might not have such a good impression on viewers who are unfamiliar with the other Marvel films. Saying that, I think the majority of people can still appreciate it as a superhero movie, even if the references are lost. It did very well in the box office, grossing $600 million on opening weekend and sitting at $1.9 billion worldwide gross. This is a massive achievement, breaking the record for 2021 and sitting at 6th highest of all time. As a casual fan of the MCU and other Marvel movies, this was a must-see in the cinema, and the experience was unlike anything I've ever seen before. A couple of times during the movie, other cinema goers erupted with cheer, and I haven't seen that with any other film. Overall, I think this is one of the best movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think only Infinity War, Endgame, and Thor Ragnarok are comparable. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and consider subscribing if you want to see more content. That's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.